Okay, good night, everyone. I know everyone is excited and waiting to hear the results of the National Secondary Student Council election results. So all the regions and those for the national positions. So I just want to welcome everyone, and we're not going to be here for long, because we are here to just, get to the point and hear the results. Um, but I must say that it was a good, election. I got the opportunity to view the presentations, and we really had some great presentations. I really love it, and I really hope that the persons who get the opportunity to serve will really try and implement as much as possible those the proposals that they brought to the table. Um, but let me just move to and over to the person who will be leading the process today in terms of the providing you with the results. But before I even move over, I just want to just open with prayer, which is very important. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercies. You have been protecting us. You have been guiding us. And it is because of you why we are here today. You have given us many, many, many talents. And it is, a blessing that we are able to utilize our talents in a very positive way. And here we have student leaders, and you would have been the one who would have ordained for them to be here in this space. And I know that each and every one have something to contribute to the space. Some in different leadership position, some maybe at the national, some at the local level. Those who may not get a leadership position on the executive, I know you have plans for them also. And so I just wanted to continue to lead, continue to guide, and help each and everyone to understand what you have for them. And so they are able to embrace the plans that you have and fulfill them with grace. And so I want to thank you for everything that you have been doing. And I just pray that you continue to guide and protect, guide and lead. Also, we pray for the leaders, the coordinators, the youth empowerment officers who would have been giving support to our student leaders, because their support also help to amplify what we are doing. Also to the staff advisors, to those at the school, the administration who have been supporting student governance. So thank you for everyone that have been playing a part. We just want you to continue to bless, continue to guide and empower us. We say thanks in Jesus' name. I'm going to now hand over to Yannick Mendez, who will lead the rest of the session.
Good evening, and thank you so much, Mr. Mitchell. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, hearing you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official announcement of the National Secondary Student Council's election results for the 2025-2026 academic year. I am Yani Mendez, one of your returning officers, and I would have served in such a role alongside Mr. Ajay Clacken and Mr. Jamal Hall. It is my honor to guide you through this momentous occasion as we celebrate the democratic spirit, the leadership potential, and the collective vision of students right across Jamaica. So this year, the election have once again demonstrated the vibrant passion, the commitment of young student leaders who are ready to represent, who are ready to advocate, and just overall ready to take action on behalf of their peers regionally and nationally. So before we proceed to the results, let me use this opportunity to express our appreciation to all the candidates who stood up, led, and gave of themselves to serve. Your willingness to serve and lead is commendable, and your voices have helped and will undoubtedly continue to help in shaping a stronger student community in Jamaica. Now, on that same note, before we move on to the announcement of the incoming regional and national executives, let us also take a moment to acknowledge the incredible work and dedication of the 2024-2025 NSSC executive team. To the outgoing regional and national leaders, your team was one of perseverance, leadership, and unwavering service. Despite not having been involved in the NSSC's process prior to this, I have been privileged to observe the work of the team, whether it was through advocating for equitable student policies, strengthening regional engagement, or navigating challenges in education and youth development. You consistently rose to the occasion. Your efforts have left a lasting impact and laid the foundation for the work to come. On behalf of the entire student community and the Youth and Adolescents Policy Division, we extend our deepest gratitude for your service, your passion, and your legacy. So after that, y'all started giving round of applause. So just help me big up the team for their indelible contribution to the space and for laying the foundation for the work that is yet to come and the work that will be carried out by the incoming executive at the regional and national level. Now, before I go into the announcements, I want to bring special greetings to a few important persons we have joining us tonight. I see on the call, well, on the meeting rather, we have our outgoing president, Miss Laurel Williams. I am also seeing give me a second, let me ensure I'm getting this right. I'm also seeing our senior director at the Ministry of Education and Youth in the Youth and Adolescents Policy Division, Miss Yannick Williams. Hi, Miss Williams. I'm going through to ensure I'm not missing anybody. Big up also to the lady who has been heading this team, Miss McLaughlin. She has been doing an amazing job leading and overseeing the entire election process. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm not seeing Mrs. Campbell, so I hope I am not putting you on the spot. Miss Williams, do you mind just opening your mic and bringing greetings to the student leaders?
All right, so guess what? I always have to be ready, whether I want to be ready, yes or not. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. I note that we have had an intense couple of weeks. Charlene, Miss McLaughlin, and the team has been working. And now we're at the grand finale. We're actually, you know, um, going live with our results. I want to take the opportunity to, just thank the outgoing NSSC executive for the work that you have done, for the commitment. And I'm also going to state on a record, Ms. McLaughlin and team, other officers who are on, that we can organize a formal handing over or a courtesy call to ensure that there's a transition, outgoing and incoming. This is something, not putting the officers on the spot, that we can have a proper discussion. Thank you for all the firsts that you really would have chartered for, created a path, for change and leadership. I am very much appreciative of the number of persons that I see on the call now, and it says to me that leadership and volunteerism is still alive. I'm looking forward to working with the incoming. I just want to leave you with one quick word. Leadership, it's not necessarily competitive. Passion has to trump everything else. And so whatever the results and the outcome of this is, that you'll just stay committed to the process and understand that you're committed to serving and advocating for your fellow young persons. Should not be personal. I mean, we'll have feelings because sometimes naturally as Jamaicans, we're competitive, but we can understand that above everything else, it's service above self, and that we have to be grounded and understand that we support in whatever capacity. I'm here to cheer you on. I advocate however I can for you. Sometimes when you don't see me in the front, I'm represented by my team members. We're doing a fantastic job to provide the necessary guidance to you. And so I'm looking forward to that handing over, that transition meeting, that courtesy call, so we can actually formalize and do a formal introductions. And then that we can facilitate same with the minister, the permanent secretary, and the incoming. Thank you for all that you have done outgoing, and I'm looking forward to working with you incoming. All right. So I'm now going to be a fly on the wall and allow you to just continue with your proceedings. And thank you, Ms. Mendez, for your commitment and your dedication to youth leadership. Much appreciated. Evening, everyone.
No problem, Miss Williams, and thank you so much for always being ready when called upon. Before I move on, let me take the opportunity to acknowledge other members of staff from the YAPD, including youth empowerment officers. I'm seeing Mr. Gareth Warren, Mr. Leroy Carty. I if I'm missing your name, just please know that there are lots of names popping up on my screen as I am going through the list. So if I don't mention your name, or if I have not mentioned your name, please know that we are forever grateful, Mr. Jason Ricketts, forever grateful for your contribution and your dedication to the space. I'm also seeing Miss Kadisha Smith. Yeah. we are forever grateful, and I'm very sure that the student leaders and the students on tonight are grateful for your continued dedication and contribution to their involvement in leadership. Now, before we go into why we're really here, I am going to briefly ask Miss Laurel Williams, our outgoing national president, to bring greetings on behalf of our team.
Hello, good night, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I promise not to be long because I know that you are all excited to hear the results. I would just like to say that on behalf of the outgoing executive NSSC 2024-2025, we have been honored to serve as the National Secondary Students Council. Specifically, it has been one of the greatest honors and joys of my life to serve as your national president. The journey has been incredible and has been truly personified by an incredible team, one that I would not trade for the entire world from my national executives to my regional executives, to my advisors in the ministry. The entire process and the people involved in it was what made our tenure that much more great. The challenges were innumerable, but as with everything in life, everything is figure outable, and you will soon come to learn that this position that you are bound to take up, it will have good and bad. It will have ups and downs. However, it is your perseverance, it is your resilience, it is your discipline, and it is your passion that will carry you through. For those that will be elected into these positions, I pray you never forget that the students have chosen you to serve them. They have chosen you to be their voice. And I pray that you never take that lightly. This is an important role. It is not just a position, it is a duty, and one that demands dedication, persistence, and resilience. And for those that will be elected, I pray you all the best. And for those to whom the election may not turn out the way that you want it to, please know that that is okay. NSSC is one path, but it is not the path. There, as Miss Williams had said, leadership can be done anywhere. It does not only have to be confined within a position. If your goal is to create change, real change, you can do it from anywhere. So though you may be disappointed with your initial results, I hope that you will continue to remain dedicated towards the path of youth leadership and youth advocacy, remembering that if you can even make one person less hungry, that is change enough, and you can create change from anywhere you are. So I pray you guys all the best on your tenure. It is bound to be an incredible one, and I look forward to see what all of you will do. So all the best, guys.
Thank you so much, Laurel. And let me just say, Laurel is an amazing youth leader within and outside of the NSSC space. I've had the privilege of working with Laurel when she was a national youth parliamentarian, and her advocacy really showed up there. So congratulations again, Laurel, for an incredible tenure as president of the NSSC. I know that everyone out here really excited for the results, who not having heart failure, pressure going up, and all of these things. But just some housekeeping matters before we go into the results. Please keep your mics muted at all times. You will have an opportunity to congratulate the candidates. You can say congratulations through the group chat, on the Zoom call, or otherwise. But I'm kind of asking that for ease of access and availability of the results, I be not interrupted as I go through these results. Thank you again for your participation. So let us segue right into these results before I am told that persons are having heart attacks. And we will start with the regional candidates and the regional positions. Now, for the regions, we have 3 positions. We have the VP, the assistant VP and PRO, and the secretary. Well, that should be VP and treasurer and the secretary. So we'll begin with Region 1, and we'll begin with the secretary / PRO. And for Region 1, we had 4 candidates going for that position. And those candidates, as you would have realized and you would have participated in their presentations to you, and you would have voted. So the candidates got some really good scores. Well, the candidates who won, rather, a really good score. And I will begin. I will tell you all the candidates, by the way. So we have Miss Takina Bennett from the Immaculate Conception High School, Jadil Carlisle from St. Andrew High School for Girls, Tamoya Roden from Immaculate Conception High School, and Kristen Anisha Rose from Immaculate Conception High School as well. So also the 4 candidates, I'm just going to go into the top 3. So in 3rd place, we have Tamoya Roden from the Immaculate Conception High School, receiving a vote of 4. Takina Bennett would have come in 2nd place with a score of 3. And the winner of Region 1's secretarial post is, drumroll please, Jadil Carlisle, having received 19 votes. Congratulations on your appointment, or your election rather, as secretary/PRO of Region 1. Now we go into the assistant vice president / treasury position. And for this, we had 2 candidates. Zafira Cochrane from the Immaculate Conception High School and Kelsey Gibbs from the St. Andrew High School for Girls. Now, you voted. And the 2nd place winner is Zafira Cochrane, having attained 4 votes. And the winner, or the elected assistant vice president, will be, or is, Miss Kelsey Gibbs, having attained 23 votes. Congratulations, Kelsey. And that leads us to the vice president of Region 1. For this position, we had 4 candidates. We had Tiana Gordon of St. Hugh's High School, Torian Murphy of Holy Childhood High School, Daniel Noble, St. George's College, and Jada Shade Walters from Woolmer's High School for Girls. Now, in 3rd place, we have Tiana Gordon from the St. Hugh's High School. In 2nd place, we have Jada Shade Walters from Woolmer's High School for Girls. And in 1st place, the newly elected vice president of Region 1 is Torian Murphy, having attained 14 votes of Holy Childhood High School. So congratulations, everyone. Just to reiterate, the incoming secretary/PRO for Region 1 is Jadil Carlisle. The assistant vice president is Kelsey Gibbs. And the vice president for Region 1 is Torian Murphy. Congratulations, everyone from Region 1. Let us not hesitate. We're going to segue right into Region 2. Again, we're starting with the secretary/PRO position. And for Region 2, we had 2 candidates. We have Ricardo Buckley from Paul Bogle High School and Jordan Neal Kirkland from Titchfield High School. In 2nd place, we have Mr. Ricardo Buckley from the Paul Bogle High School, having gotten 3 votes. And our incoming secretary for Region 2 will be Mr. Jordan Neal Kirkland, having attained 13 votes. Congratulations. Moving on to the assistant VP, we only had one applicant, well, one candidate, Mr. Nico J. Richards. He got 14 votes, and he will be the incoming assistant vice president for Region 2. Congratulations, Mr. Richards. That brings us to the festivity of VP for Region 2. And for this position, we have 3 candidates. The candidates who came second, the candidates who came second and third, well, both would have came in second, they're tied. And the candidates who came first would have won by 4. So, the candidates for the VP position in Region 2 would have been Sashane Brown from Titchfield High School, Jadane Jeffrey from Morants Bay High School, and Tiana Fairweather from St. Mary High School. Now, the candidate who won is Tiana Fairweather, St. Mary High School. So again, the positions, the candidates, the elected candidates for Region 2 are as follows. Jordan Hill Kirkland, Secretary, Nico J. Richards, Assistant VP, and Tiana Fairweather, VP of Region 2. Now let's head over to Region 3. And in Region 3, for the secretarial position, we had 2 candidates. Mr. Orlando Leng from Ochias High School and Casey and Catherine from Brownstone High School. Now, the person who came second is Mr. Orlando Leng, having gotten 4 votes. That makes the winner Casey and Catherine from Brownstone High School, who got 8 votes. Just to note, we had no candidate for assistant VP, so we go right into the VP position. Again, we had 2 applicants, Whitney Francis from the St. Hilda's High School and Sharon Henry from Yorkcastle High School. Now, one candidate got 3 votes, the other candidate got 9 votes. So the person who will be the vice president for Region 3 is Sharon Henry of Yorkcastle High School. Congratulations to you both. So again, our secretary for Region 3 is Casey and Catherine, and our VP for Region 3 is Sharon Henry. Moving on to Region 4. And for this position, for the secretary and assistant VP positions, there were no candidates. For vice president, we had 1 candidate, and that is Regime Nelson of Green Island High School. And he will have picked up 15 votes. So congratulations, Regime Nelson. You are the incoming vice president of Region 4. That takes us to Region 5. So for Region 5, for the secretarial position, we had 2 applicants. We have Abigail Shanglong, hope I got that right, from the Decarteret College, and Kayla Marie Thompson from Hampton. Now, the person who came second did so with 8 votes, and the person who won got 11 votes. So, Abigail Shanglang, you are the incoming secretary, having attained 11 votes. For the assistant VP position in Region 5, we only had one candidate, and that is Wyatt Dwyer, and he would have gotten 13 votes. So congratulations, Mr. Dwyer. You are the incoming Assistant Vice President for Region 5. For the position of Vice President, we have 3 candidates. We have Joshua Howell from Monroe College, Jade Dawson from the Carteret College, and Jamelia Edwards from the Hampton School. Now in third position, with 2 votes, we have Joshua Howell from the Monroe College, which takes us to the second and incoming VP for Region 5. So the person who came second, they got 5 votes, and the person who came first, who will be the incoming Vice President for Region 5, got 12 votes. So congratulations to Jade Dawson of the Carteret College, who will be the incoming VP for Region 5. So again, the Secretary for Region 5 is Abigail Changlong. The incoming Assistant Vice President is Wyatt Dwyer. And the Vice President for Region 5 is Jade Dawson. So that means we have 2 regions left, right? Region 6 and 7. Very interesting regions. So for Region 6, we had 1 candidate for secretary, and that is Craig Lewis, and Craig got 11 votes. So congratulations, Craig. You are the incoming Region 6 secretary. For assistant vice president, we had 2 candidates. We have Deshaun Williams from Charlemont High School and Daniel Smith from St. Catherine High School. So one person got 10 votes and the other person got 4 votes. The person who will be the assistant vice president of Region 6 is Mr. Deshaun Williams from Charlemont High School. For vice president of Region 6, we only had 1 candidate, and that is Damari Swell from St. Jago High School, and he would have gotten 12 votes. Congratulations, Mr. VP, Mr. Assistant VP, and Mr. Secretary. So just to go over that, Craig Lewis will serve as the Secretary for Region 6. Deshaun Williams, not me almost pulling a Steve Harvey moment. Deshaun Williams will be the incoming Assistant VP, and our VP will be Damari Swell. Now we have 1 region to go, and that is Region 7. So for the Secretary of Region 7, we had 2 applicants. We had Romaria Osborne from Central High School and Rashida Walker from Edwin Allen High School. So the person who won by 3 votes over the person who is secretary, the other secretarial candidates. So one person got 4, the other person got 7. So the person who will be the secretary for Region 7 is Rashida Walker. Congratulations, Rashida. The assistant VP also had 2 candidates. Christopher Edwards of Bustamante High School and Kimani Anderson from Very Technical High School. The vote allocation, one person got 10 votes and one person got 1 vote. The person who will be your incoming assistant VP for Region 7 is Kimani Anderson from Very Technical High School. For VP, we only had 1 candidate, and that is Nathaniel Sibley's of Glenmore High School, and he would have attained 10 votes, making him the incoming vice president of Region 7. So to reiterate, your secretary for Region 7 is Rashida Walker of Edwin Allen High School. Your assistant VP will be Kimani Anderson of Very Technical High School. And your vice president for Region 7 is Nathaniel Stibbles of Glenmore High School. Congratulations to our regional candidates. You all did exceptionally well. So congratulations to each and every one of you. You have been entrusted with the task of championing the needs of your respective regions and fostering student empowerment across your schools that you will be responsible for. Now, like the persons who elected you, I too believe in your efforts and know that you will definitely do an exceptional job for your respective regions. Now, I know quite a few of you are all excited about this next section, which is the national positions, right? So, whew, this is the big section, right? And I am just ensuring that I have all these numbers correctly because I don't want you guys to come from my head. So for the national positions, we have the treasurer, the public relations officer, the general secretary, and the president, right? This is going to be a very interesting one. So we're going to start with the treasury position. And for treasurer for the national executive of the National Secondary Student Council, we had 4 applicants. We have Janelle Knight from Immaculate Conception High School. We had Lison Mackenzie from Glenmore High School. We have Javier Parker from Manchester High School, and Charu Patmore from the Carteret College. All right, so in 4th position, we have Javier Parker having attained 18 votes. In 3rd position, we have Janelle Knight having attained just 1 over Javier. Janelle got 19 votes. Now for the persons who came first and second, they attained 56 and 22 votes respectively. Now for the person who came second, that person is Charu Patmore with 22 votes. That makes the incoming national treasurer, Lisanne Mackenzie, with 56 votes. Congratulations, Lisan, on your win as incoming treasurer for the National Executive. I know that you all are excited and all of that. So let's just jump right over into the position of General Secretary. Again, for General Secretary, we had 2 applicants. And these numbers. So 2 applicants. The first applicant, Shaquan White, Charlemont High School, and Attain Wright from Monroe College. 1 applicant got 75 votes. The other applicant got 40 votes. So the person who will be your incoming General Secretary for the 2025-2026 academic year is, drumroll please, no other than Mr. Attain Wright of Monroe College. Congratulations, Attain. You are the incoming General Secretary of the National Executive. Now I feel like we need to take a little break. Because that was a lot. Right before we jump into the national president of the NSSC. So for the national president, we had a whole bunch of applicants, right? And this is going to be a very interesting one. We have 5 candidates who vied. Hold on. PRO. Then is the way you guys want me to jump all the way over to president and nobody never said, Yannick, you did not remember the PRO. Thank you guys who pointed that out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. All right, we have to jump back down a notch and go all the way back down to PRO. So for PRO, we have 3 candidates. We have Tatiana Scott from the Carteret College, Malachi Ming from the Yorkcastle High School, and Brianna Smith from Charlemont High School. Now, the person in 3rd place attained 11 votes, and that person is Malachi Ming of Yorkcastle High School. The person who came 2nd and the person who came 1st have a very interesting gap between the vote count. And that gap is a whopping 70 votes. So the person who came 2nd got 17 votes, and the person who came 1st got 87 votes. That is very interesting. So the person who will be your incoming public relations officer by a landman is Brianna Smith from Charlemont High School. Congratulations, Brianna. And now we can go back up to the one that is bound to give quite a few, if not all of you, some headache tonight. So again, we're up to the position of president, national president of the NSSC. And for this position, we had 5 applicants. We have Brian Anderson of the Monroe College. We have Brianna Brevitt of the Meadowbrook High School. We have Shane Hall from the Ferncourt High School. We have Nikhil Lalwani from Yorkcastle High School. And we have Michaela Popley from Immaculate Conception High School. Now, I feel like I have to go through all of these numbers for you guys because, yeah. So in fifth position, we have Brianna Brevitt having attained 4 votes. Congratulations, Brianna. That was a very spirited campaign. Thank you for putting yourself up. In third position, we have Michaela Popley from Immaculate Conception High School having attained 7 votes. Congratulations as well, Michaela. You did a very excellent job. Now, in third position, with 25 votes, we have the candidate from York Castle High School, Nikhil Lalwani. Congratulations, Nikhil. You did an amazing job putting yourself up as presidential candidate for NSSC. Now, this is where the student leaders are going to tell me that they're logging off and they're going to have heart failure. Because we have 2 presidential candidates who are tied. And the Constitution provides the guidelines on how we go about this position or this situation. So both candidates would have received 40 votes. And those candidates are Mr. O'Shane Hall from Frontport High School and Mr. Brian Anderson from Monroe College. Right? So, please be advised that we have an equality of votes for these 2 presidential candidates. And they would have attained the highest number of votes. Now, a lot of you would have served before in NSSC, and as such, you are privy to the bylaws that govern the organization. Now, according to Section 32 of the election regulations, as outlined in the NSSC bylaws, whenever on such final count of votes, there is an equality of votes between 2 or more candidates, and an additional vote would entitle one such candidate to be declared elected. The returning officer shall give such additional vote. However, given the nature and the sensitivity of the matter, acting as the Chief Electoral Officer, Ms. McLaughlin has suggested that to break this tie, we will be reissuing a ballot with the 2 candidates. That ballot will be reissued tomorrow, Thursday, May 1 at 8:30 a.m. and it will remain open for 24 hours, meaning that on Friday, May 2 at 8:30 a.m., the polls will close. I know, guys, I know that you expected to come on and hear your president tonight. However, for fairness and for equity across all 7 regions, we're giving you the opportunity to measure up these 2 candidates Again, Mr. Brian Anderson and Mr. O'Shane All, who both received 40 votes. I am very sure you both are excellent applicants and candidates, and you have your electorates have access to your manifestos. Now, guys, exams do not take place at 5 o'clock in the evening, nor do they take place at 10 o'clock in the night. The ballots will just have these two candidates, Brian from Monroe College and O'Shane from Frankfurt High School, and it will literally take less than 5 minutes to cast your votes. So, Ms. McLaughlin will be opening those polls tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. and we're kind of asking you to go on and vote between these two candidates so we can have a tiebreaker. And we're doing this, let me just explain the rationale. We're doing this because at the end of the day, the presidential candidate at the NSSC level does not serve the returning officer, nor will that person serve the Ministry of Education or the YAPD. The person elected as candidate of the NSSC will serve you as students. They will serve you at the national level, and they will lobby for your interests from the regional VPs and the regional exec. As a result of that, we are kindly putting this task in your hand for you to vote for the person you want to lead you. We have given you that opportunity, and we are at an impasse as we have two candidates who are tied. As such, we're putting the decision in your hand. So you will have to go back, you will have to reassess the manifestos of both O'Shane and Brian, and you will have to decide which candidate serves your best interest and the interest of your region and the interest of the national executive. And then you will have to make your decision and vote for the person you want to lead you at the national level. Just to know, on advice of Ms. McLaughlin, the same delegates list will be utilized, and that delegates list has 137 registered voters. So if everybody votes, there is no way we can have an impasse again. Resultingly, we're asking you to click on the ballot once that ballot is received in your emails if you're the delegate of your respective institution, and you're going to make that vote. Now, I know it wasn't the result you wanted to hear regarding your national president, but these individuals put themselves up, and we had two outstanding applicants who are tied. As a result of that, we are putting the decision solely with you, the students, who the national president will serve. So just to remind you, the polls will open at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and they will close at 8:30 a.m. Friday morning. So congratulations again to all the elected regional and national executives. We believe in your vision, your voice, and your power to lead change. May your team be one of growth, one of impact, and one of unity. Here's to a transformative 2025-2026 academic year with a leadership that reflects the strength, the diversity, and the determination of your student body. Congratulations once again, and remember to vote. Do have an amazing night. Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Yes, back over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much for that. I don't know if Miss McClellan wanted to say anything before we leave, but you you would have given the information, and I hope everybody will actually participate tomorrow and cast their vote. Well, between tomorrow into Friday. It's Friday morning, you said.
Yes, sir. They will open at 5:30. Yeah, no, my apologies. 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, and they will close 8:30 a.m. on Friday.
All right. All right. So you guys have it. So you have that time period to vote. And as Ms. Mendez says, if everyone participate, then we will be able to declare a winner. So thank you all for, coming, and I wish you all the best. And the candidates do for national president, all the best. Who wins? All right. I know you might be nervous now, not all of that, but it's a process, and the opportunity is given to the delegates to actually vote for us to be able to declare the winner. All right. Thanks again for everyone, and have a great evening.
Alrighty, bye.